More than 200,000 people have been killed in the 4 years of conflict, and nearly 4 million refugees have fled the country, overtaking Afghans as the world's largest refugee population. The UN has called Syria's conflict the worst humanitarian disaster since the Cold War. CCTV's Natalie Carney has more.
What started as a trickle has turned into a flood. UN records show more than 500,000 Syrians had fled the country by the end of 2012. By September of 2013, that number had passed the 2 million mark.
By the start of 2015, the United Nations had estimated there were more than 3.5 million Syrian refugees, most of them spread across the region around Syria. Half of those refugees are under the age of 18.
Turkey now hosts more than 1.6 million Syrian refugees, while Lebanon is home to more than 1 million. Jordan has registered 600,000, and Iraq hosts close to 244,000. Another 136,000 fled to Egypt. These 5 countries alone shelter around 97% of Syria's refugee population. As the days, months, and years tick by, many Syrians have begun making a life for themselves in their new homes, setting up schools, hospitals, even media centers to keep the population informed about the civil war back home.
We are trying to reach the Syrian people who have been living miserably through all the war, famine, refugees. We are sending the message that we are all one. Our history is one, our knowledge is one, our memory is one, our identity and our future. We all one.
Many of the camps now represent a town more than a temporary shelter, with streets, shops, and markets run by their residents. Yet, life here can be so difficult that some prefer to return to Syria despite the dangers. 23-year-old Nasrin Bekul plans to return with her 3 children.
There is no work, there is no money. Of course, life is very difficult in Turkey. I know the situation is very dangerous, but there is nowhere to go, so I have to go back.
Supporting millions of refugees has proven a challenge for the host countries, many with problems of their own. Funding from international donors is dwindling too. With the war now in its 5th year and no end in sight, many fear their temporary plight will become permanent. Natalie Carney for CCTV in Istanbul, Turkey.
Negotiating teams from the US